Alright, so we got a couple things going for us today. I didn't film it, but what I have done is I've scrubbed down and power washed the engine, the frame, and everything else with the bike. So it should be fairly clean, at least for where we're at. And I also started scrubbing down the bad, a little bit of rust and remaining paint off the bike. So the goal for today is just to sort of clean off any of the surface rust that we can, especially in the joints, and just get it prepped. We'll cut off any extra bits that we know we're not going to use, and yeah, so here we go. Alright, so two things I'm changing up. One, decided to get a respirator because I realized when I went to blow my nose after this the other day, I had a bunch of stuff in my nose, which means I'm breathing in a lot of dust and rust. Don't really want that. Now here's the thing with respirators. For them to have a proper fit, they need to be the right size, and you also can't have facial hair. So obviously that means I'm not going to get 100% protection, or at least the 99 whatever percent that this respirator should provide otherwise, but it's a hell of a lot better than what I'm doing right now. And two, I brought the garage down door to about 3/4, put this moving blanket up on a sawhorse, and I have a fan pulling air out. So the reason for doing that is because when I first started this the other day, I was going for like 15-20 minutes, and apparently the noise from the drill with the wire wheel that I've been using annoys my neighbor. Mind you, I was only doing this for 15 minutes, so in terms of compromise that he requested, my compromise is trying to work like that so that it creates more of a baffle system so that the noise doesn't bother him as much. Well, his compromise is he gets whatever he wants, so be it, whatever. But we're gonna get back to it. Not gonna let that stop us, and we're gonna move forward. All right. All right. So I've been wire wheeling away here, just trying to get this frame prepped as much as I can. At a pretty good standpoint. My battery just died on the drill. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the angle grinder, cut off the wheel before we actually remove the frame from the bike. That way I have it sort of weighed down so it doesn't move on me. And that'll give the batteries time to charge, and we make some decent progress. Also, ear protection. say pretty good. Not too bad. So here's where the build starts picking up some speed. We start removing the front fork in order to remove the frame from the bike. At this point, we've done all we can with the frame while it's still on the bike. So we start taking off the front forks, first by the triple tree, sliding those out, and moving on to the bolts holding the frame onto the motor. Once we remove the frame, that allows us to reach all those hard areas and get this frame fully prepped. Took a little bit more effort than anticipated, but progress is being made. Now, with the frame entirely off the bike, we can start to reach all those hard to reach spots and get those prepped, remove all the rust, all the dirt, and all the grime. Once the frame's fully cleaned, we spray it down with a galvanized weld-through primer, and then we focus on cleaning and scrubbing the rest of the motor. It may not look like much, but hours and hours have gone into just what accumulates to just a couple photos. The motor has been cleaned on all sides, all the paint has been stripped, and is down to the bare metal. Next, the bike just gets ready for paint. At this point, momentum has built up on the bike, and we are far along in the process. And before you know it, this motor will be disassembled, it'll be refreshed and repainted and put back together. But for now, we're just at the beginning of those stages. Tune in for more.